Tell me you guys remember seeing videos or pictures of this girl on social media, TikTok specifically, of when her trial was going on. I remember she was all over my For You page and people were, I don't want to say romanticizing her, but like the comments were definitely weird. I don't know what this whole thing is about romanticizing criminals. It's weird because why are we doing that? Anyway, today we're going to be talking about Isabella Guzman. She was 18 years old when she ended her mother's life in the most brutal way possible. Isabella lived in Colorado with her mother and her stepdad. I couldn't find all that much on her background. Growing up, she was a bit of a troublemaker. Actually, a lot of a troublemaker. Her behavior issues started when she was young. I mean, as young as 6 years old. She lived with both of her biological parents until they got divorced. Although her parents did keep a very amicable relationship, they got along, but one of their biggest challenges, for lack of a better word, was handling Isabella's behavior. After the divorce, she lived with her mom, but her behavior was so out of order that she was sent to go live with her dad, but that wasn't working either, so she was sent to go back to live with her mother. She went back and forth for the sole reason that neither parent could handle her behavior. Isabella was just mean. She was very disrespectful to her parents. She looked down specifically on her mother. She resented her almost for a number of reasons, for not making enough money, for not buying her materialistic things. She resented her almost for not giving her the life that I guess Isabella thought that she deserved. And I'm sure there is some trauma there, right? Of course, it's not like Isabella came out of the womb with this angry attitude, but she did give off an energy that she was just angry at the world. The older she got, the worse her behavior got. She would break all and any rules her parents had. She would sneak in boys into the house all the time. She ended up dropping out of high school, which only made her relationship with her parents worse. Her mom remarried, and Isabella saw that as just another reason to be angry at her. She was so cold with the stepdad. She didn't even give him a chance to get to know him. With all that being said, I will say there are two sides of every story as far as Isabella's childhood and teenage years go. Her mom's side, her dad's side, friends of the family all viewed Isabella the same way, as a troubled, violent, aggressive, angry girl. Isabella's mother was honestly scared of her because she feared that one day her own daughter would let her anger take over her and do something really harmful to someone. She didn't feel safe with her own child, to the point that she once called the police because Isabella was getting so aggressive and threatening her. But Isabella's side of the story is that she suffered a lot at the hands of her parents, both emotionally and physically. She said that she was mistreated by her parents. I will let you decide what you want to believe. In August of 2013, Isabella's mother was feeling defeated. She didn't know what else she could try and do to help Isabella. She gave it her all, but nothing was working. The mom called Isabella's biological father and asked him to come over and talk some sense into Isabella. So that's what he did. He came over. Him and Isabella sit outside for a while, having a deep conversation about her behavior. The dad tells her that something needs to change. They cannot keep living in fear of their own daughter. That is no way to live. In constant fear or worry. No one should have to live that way. He tells her she needs to be better. She needs to clean up her act, or she needs to move out. Before her mom kicked her out, she was 18 years old now. She was legally an adult, and she needed to start respecting her mother or go live on her own and do whatever it is she wanted to do. The father left that conversation thinking that it was great. He thought that Isabella was really listening to him and taking everything that he was saying seriously, realizing that she did need to change, but he could not have been more mistaken. That same night at home was Isabella, her mom, and her stepdad. The stepdad was downstairs. The mom was getting into the shower upstairs, and Isabella was in her room. Not long after the stepdad heard the shower turn on, he heard a thud and a lot of commotion coming from the bathroom upstairs. The mom started screaming, and the stepdad ran up the stairs to see what was going on, but all he saw was Isabella slamming the door shut, locking her and her mom inside of that bathroom. The mom was screaming for help. She was yelling at the top of her lungs, clearly in pain, clearly distraught, calling for the stepdad to come and help her. Isabella had locked herself in that bathroom with her mom with a very sharp kitchen weapon, and she started attacking her mom over and over and over again, taking the weapon to her mother's face and her mother's neck a total of 79 times. In a panic, the stepdad rushed downstairs to grab his phone and call 911. He tells them exactly what's going on. He tells them that he sees blood pouring out from underneath the bathroom door, and then silence. All of the yelling and all of the screaming stopped, and it was almost as if the stepdad could hear his wife behind that door taking her last breath. The door swung open. Isabella stood there covered in blood, holding the weapon in hand. She didn't say anything. She didn't do anything. She walked straight out of that bathroom and out of that house. When the ambulance and the police showed up, they pronounced Isabella's mother deceased at the scene. There was no question of who had done this. The stepdad was there. He saw everything happen. Authorities knew the exact person they were looking for. The next morning, Isabella was found still in her bloody clothes from the night before, sleeping in the back seat of a car in a parking garage. She was arrested and taken into custody. While she was in custody, she took a series of tests. She was diagnosed with schizophrenia. Because of that, the argument that her defense team was going to try and take was to plead insanity. Isabella claimed to have been hearing voices in her head telling her to end the life of her mom. She said that she had been hearing the voices for years, and she said the voices told her that she had to unalive her mother because the voices said that it wasn't her mom. The voices said that it was someone named Cecilia, and that Isabella had to get rid of Cecilia in order to save the rest of the world. Her behavior in court is what really made this case blow up on social media because she seemed so cold. She was smiling, making weird faces, making eye contact with the cameras. It was weird. In the end, Isabella was found not guilty by reason of insanity. She was taken to the Colorado Mental Health Institute, where she remains to this day. Isabella has since then said that she regrets what she did, that she doesn't know who she was when she did that. She has stated, quote, "I'm not mentally ill anymore. I'm not a danger to myself or others." She wants to be free, to rejoin society again, to have a chance at normal life. Who knows if that will happen? The last update that I could find was of 2023, when a judge ruled that she would be allowed to be let out for therapy and certain other activities, but she was required to wear a GPS tracker. Okay, so here's my opinion on this. I think that insanity is real. I do think that someone could be so insane that they could not realize what they were doing. But at the same time, knowing that someone could be in society next to you at the grocery store and that person has been capable of ending the life of another human being in a really brutal way, and now they're just let out into society again. I don't know, like, I think that people can change, but I don't know. Anyway, that's all I have for today. Thank you guys for spending time with me today. I hope you guys are having the best day. If not, go do something to make it the best day. I'm in a good mood because the sun is out, and I swear I have not seen the sun in like 3 weeks. And I will continue to say this. We don't know what's going to happen with TikTok, but if it does get banned, I will start posting these videos on my Instagram. So go make sure that you're following me on Instagram. The link is in my bio. I love you so, so much, and I will see you in my next video. Massive kiss on the forehead to every single one of you.